The galaxy burned. Planets once thriving were now smoldering husks. The stars themselves dimmed under the shadow of the Endbringers, entities of impossible scale and hunger. No alliance, no empire, no ancient race could stop them. The gods of old, those cosmic architects who once shaped galaxies with their thoughts, had long since fled. Even they feared the Endbringers. For over 1,000 cycles, we resisted. We tried everything. Arcane technologies. Forbidden time-folding warps. Empathy-bonded hive minds. Each hope was crushed. Each rebellion ended in ash. Until now, we were out of time. There were no more tricks, no more allies left. Except one. The Council of Ash, the last remnants of the Galactic Order, gathered in orbit over the dying world of Celatrix. Every species was represented, from the crystalline Volari to the gas-dwelling Melnari. Even the timeless myriad sent a fragment. And all stood in silent dread of the choice before them. The High Speaker of the Council, a Krelian with silver fractal skin, broke the silence. There is one option left. Murmurs. The chamber darkened slightly, as if the universe itself hesitated. No, hissed a Melnari ambassador through vaporized gases. We swore never to call upon them. Not after what happened to the Alari. Not after they shattered the Orion womb. They terrify the gods themselves, whispered a Volari priestess, her voice like wind chimes cracking in a storm. They are chaos incarnate. They do not fight. They consume. We are already consumed, replied the High Speaker coldly. We can either die begging, or unleash the one species even the Endbringers fear. A vote was cast. Unanimous. The beacon was activated. A call was sent not with language, but with memory, encoded trauma, fury, and desperation, a signal only one species would understand. And the void answered. 3 days later, a ship appeared. Crude. Obsolete by galactic standards. It didn't warp in with grace or pulse through time-space. It punched its way through reality like a fist through paper. It hovered above the Council's sanctuary, the words USS Vengeance scarred into its black hull. From it emerged only one. A human. Not armored in divine alloys. Not glowing with god energy. Just a worn-out man in a jacket patched with flags from a long-dead Earth. His eyes were sunken, and behind them, something ancient, something wrong. Which one of you lit the beacon? He asked, voice like gravel soaked in gasoline. The High Speaker stepped forward. We. Good. You understand the cost. Silence. The human grinned without joy. Doesn't matter. You called. We come. The Melnari ambassador shuddered. You are but one. The human chuckled and reached into his coat. He pulled out a smooth stone, a seed. Not for long. He dropped the seed. Where it struck the floor, it cracked. From it oozed a mist that smelled of blood and iron. The ground shook. The fabric of the station warped, and in its place, a presence bloomed. Humans. Thousands. No, millions. Some in armor. Some in rags. Some half-machine. Some with glowing veins. They poured from nothingness, eyes ablaze with something terrifying. Not hatred. Not vengeance. Excitement. The war began anew. The Endbringers, once unchallenged, hesitated. On the planet Ulker, a human squad dismantled a god-beast using nothing but scavenged parts and laughter. On the dying moon of KYR, a single human biochemist reprogrammed a plague the Endbringers had used to kill trillions, and turned it into a virus that melted them from the inside. They didn't just fight dirty. They invented new dirt. A human child stared down an Endbringer general, whispered something, and the monster tore itself apart, unable to understand the madness it had seen in her mind. In 3 weeks, the tide shifted. The gods, watching from their dark refuges beyond the void, trembled. They remembered now why they had exiled Earth. Why they had hidden knowledge of humanity from the rest of the galaxy. It wasn't because humans were cruel. It was because humans adapted. You hit them, they hit back harder. You burned their world, they made weapons from the ashes. You erased their names from history, and they came back singing war songs louder than before. They learned from pain. They fed on despair. And worst of all, they enjoyed the fight. On the ruins of Celatrix, the High Speaker approached the human who first answered the beacon. You saved us. The man lit a cigarette. No. We just hate bullies. What happens now? He looked at her with dead, smiling eyes. Now you rebuild. We go back into the dark. But, what if they return? They won't, he said simply. We left a message. Indeed, in the void where the last Endbringer was slain, drifting in the blood of dead stars, floated a satellite. Simple. Primitive. On it, scrawled in every known language. If you come back, we'll bring all of them. And under that, the mark of Earth. A smile made of teeth.